Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon from the DCUO community, and I'm reshooting my solo League haul as promised from my previous video. Now since this is an undersea themed haul, I was pretty much waiting for the summer seasonal to finish off some of the accents and get some portholes in the hallways. Also this time around I reworked some of the furniture and the base item sizes to work better with the item limit of each room. The centerpiece of the main hall is made up of these 8 arches and 8 statues. The arches were really the only expensive in-game item that I spent on the hall, really. Whenever they hit 200k, I just went for it. The pubs pretty much stayed the same as before, except I swapped out the Grecian chairs for the bar stools that the summer seasonal gave out. This area used to be like almost a full beachfront, but I had to reduce a lot in order to get more balance across the room. Same case here with the spring seasonal corner. And another hallway of spring seasonal items. These are some of the best items, but it sure takes a lot of them to kind of accent a room. So this area is still a little heavy on that hallway. I didn't leave too much for the room itself. There's just a mogo plant in each corner. Now starting here is where the summer seasonal helped. I got a whole bunch of portholes before I had like placeholder windows in there. And one of the most important fillers, we actually have statuaries now. And we'll go down Sector 2 first. And it's nice and complete now with more portholes. So this is the resort area. And we have the spa here. Same as before, but I think I just added the arch there as a doorway. Fitness center. Police lockers are great because it's nice and big. I'm using one of those in place of like 2 regular lockers. I was working the item limit, this room probably benefited the most, because I was just basically trying to get stuff into this room so it looks more like a rec room. And moving along to the fine dining hall and the diner. This area is pretty much the same. I just reduced a lot of repeated items like the racks, and I think behind the culinary stove there were a lot of accent items. The hallway down to R&D is pretty much all Star Sapphire items from the Valentine's Day event. So the seasonals really helped me out a lot with this solo haul. Since I had an army of alts farming them, I can easily get a lot of matching items anytime they launch one. I dumped all the various tech items into the R&D area. So there are these lockers. Here's the tank from Bombshells. Corner for third world technology. And I merged a lot of them into the generator here. Small section here for various mist containers. And you can't put anything into the actual R&D room, so that's too bad. And next to it I have the blacksmithing station. Alright, moving along, we're going to go across to the other hall now. Sector 3. This is the medical wing and sleeping quarters. The medical bay is still 3 identical rooms, but I replaced a lot of the surgical screens with the spring seasonal trellis instead, mainly because it was wider. So you end up using less items if you use the trellis. Basic chapel area for worship. And then the sleeping quarters. And of course, at least in the undersea theme, the other 2 rooms are dead space. You can't place anything in them. For the most part, this Dynasty Hall is pretty much the same. I just spread things out a little bit more so that the end of the hall isn't empty. And towards the end of the hall, I set up a police office area just before the holding cells. Wasn't really sure what to do with the holding cell area, but I had a lot of dojo items. So I set up an arena in the center, carvings across the top, dining table for the prisoners, small locker room area. I'm probably the only person that put items in the sparring target area, but I just wanted to kind of have it simulate environments. So I had some spring items there with the grass. And this side features an Arctic terrain. And back to the center hall. This area really has no theme. I just kind of went for symmetry with some variation. Most of the items went into this pub area. And it's pretty much the same as my other video, except once again all of the chairs were replaced by the bar stools from summer. And they match a lot better. Throughout the hall you also notice that I put these diving suits all over the place, as if they're doing something. They kind of add some life to a solo league hall, because no one else is in here but me. Alright, this little hallway is the same as the one on the other side. Same exact items. And in this room I put all of the mist containers. Went for a warm theme here. Red, orange, yellow. In the control room I went for a mothership type look, and it's powered by green mist and star sapphire technology. So I tried to stick with those 2 items and colors. And off to the left we have the office area, which is nicely fenced off. And the same fencing for the video briefing room. I also did shop the broker and spent a bunch of money on the gates, but the rest of the items are pretty common drops, or I just found them really cheap on the broker. The center console is a merge of destroyed operating carts and some of the new bombshell consoles. And on the other side is the commander's chair, which is influenced by some of the Stargate motherships from Stargate SG-1. Now, these mist containers along the side were probably the last item to make this League Hall complete. I kept farming the War of Light content to get those drops, and I kept searching the broker too. They were actually complete before, but I had them as different colors, and then I just decided to make them all green, and I think I was missing like 3 of them or something. So that's a tour of my now complete solo league hall. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my setup and get some ideas from this. Thanks for watching.